Imagine waking up one day and slowly losing pieces of your mind, memories fading, confusion setting in, but it all happens so gradually, you might not even notice. Dementia is often seen as a condition that arrives all at once, but the truth is, it sneaks up on you in the subtlest ways. What if someone close to you is already showing the signs, and you're missing them? In this video, we're uncovering 7 signs of dementia that often go unnoticed, signs that could make all the difference if caught early. If you find this information helpful, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so we've all been there, right? We misplace our keys, we forget an appointment. It's normal to have occasional memory lapses. But when we're talking about dementia, the memory loss is persistent and it tends to worsen over time. One of the earliest signs of dementia is difficulty remembering recently learned information. This could be things like conversations, events, or appointments. You might notice your loved one repeating themselves or asking the same questions multiple times. They might also have trouble remembering recent events like what they had for breakfast or who they saw yesterday. Another thing to look out for is difficulty recalling important dates or events. They might forget birthdays, anniversaries, or other significant milestones. This type of memory loss can be particularly concerning because it often affects a person's ability to manage their daily life. If you notice persistent and worsening memory problems, don't brush it off. Early detection is key when it comes to managing dementia and getting the right support. When we think about dementia, memory loss is often the first thing that comes to mind, but it's not just about forgetting things. Dementia can also affect a person's ability to perform familiar tasks, even everyday activities they've done countless times before. Imagine struggling to cook a simple meal that you've made 100 times, or having difficulty following a recipe you know by heart. Driving is another common area where cognitive decline can become apparent. A person with dementia might get lost on familiar routes, miss exits, or have trouble judging distances. Other everyday tasks that might become challenging include managing finances, keeping track of medications, shopping, or even getting dressed. These are all activities that require planning, organization, and problem-solving skills, which can be affected by dementia. When these difficulties become persistent and start to interfere with a person's daily life, it's time to take notice. Speak to a doctor for a proper diagnosis if you notice these signs. We often take our ability to communicate for granted, but for someone with dementia, finding the right words or following a conversation can become a daily struggle. One of the early signs of dementia is difficulty finding the right words to express oneself. You might notice your loved one using the wrong words, struggling to finish sentences, or having trouble following along in conversations. They might also have difficulty understanding what others are saying, especially in noisy environments. This can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and social withdrawal. In some cases, people with dementia might repeat themselves frequently or revert to using simpler words and phrases. Communication difficulties can be one of the most isolating aspects of dementia. Try to speak slowly and clearly, use simple sentences, and give them plenty of time to respond. Imagine feeling lost, not in a physical sense but lost in time. This disorientation can be a particularly frightening and confusing symptom of dementia. People with dementia may struggle to remember dates, seasons, or even the year. They might forget important events or believe that they are living in a different time period altogether. This disorientation can extend to their physical surroundings as well. They might get lost in familiar places, like their own neighborhood or even their own home. This disorientation can make it challenging for people with dementia to live independently and safely. If you notice a loved one exhibiting signs of disorientation, it's important to create a structured and supportive environment for them. Keep a calendar visible with important dates and times, use clocks that display the day and date, and provide gentle reminders about their location and the current time. We make decisions every single day, big and small. But for someone with dementia, the ability to make sound judgments can become increasingly difficult. This decline in judgment can have a significant impact on their safety, well-being, and overall quality of life. One area where poor judgment can be particularly concerning is in financial matters. People with dementia might make impulsive purchases, fall victim to scams, or mismanage their finances. They might forget to pay bills, give away money to strangers, or become easily confused by financial documents. Beyond finances, impaired judgment can manifest in other ways. They might make unsafe decisions, like leaving the stove on or neglecting personal hygiene. If you notice these signs, it's crucial to step in and provide support. Consider assisting with financial management, offering reminders about safety precautions, and creating a supportive environment that minimizes potential risks. Thinking abstractly is a complex cognitive function that allows us to plan, solve problems, and understand complex ideas. But as dementia progresses, this ability can become increasingly challenging. Imagine trying to plan a simple outing, like going to the grocery store. It requires considering factors like the route, the shopping list, and the time it will take. For someone with dementia, these seemingly straightforward steps can become overwhelming. They might struggle to follow a recipe, assemble furniture, or even understand the rules of a game. Abstract thinking also plays a role in understanding and interpreting social cues. People with dementia might misinterpret facial expressions, body language, or tone of voice, leading to social misunderstandings. Break down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, and provide clear and concise instructions. We all misplace things from time to time, but for someone with dementia, losing things can be a frequent occurrence that goes beyond everyday forgetfulness. It's not just about forgetting where they put something, it's about the inability to retrace their steps or recall where they last saw it. This can be incredibly frustrating for both the person with dementia and their loved ones. They might spend hours searching for lost items, accusing others of taking them, or becoming increasingly agitated and distressed. The items they misplace can be anything from everyday objects like keys and wallets to more significant possessions like jewelry or important documents. It's important to approach the situation with empathy and understanding, avoiding accusations or arguments. Instead of focusing on the lost item, try to redirect their attention to something else, or engage them in a different activity. So, we've covered 7 common signs of dementia, but remember, this is not an exhaustive list. Dementia is complex, and its presentation can vary greatly from person to person. Early detection can lead to better management, support, and access to treatments that can help improve their quality of life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and share to support our channel.